Hey guys, I'm Stefan from Front Page SEO and Website Design, and today I'm going to go over with you how to properly set up your AdWords campaigns in Google. And this video is going to be especially helpful to those small businesses that are really only targeting one area and they don't really need too much of a complicated setup. Now, if you're a small business owner and you're running ads, you probably feel like you're lighting your money on fire, and there's a good chance you are. There's a good chance that you're probably wasting thousands, and there is a way to maximize your return on investment. We can make your investment go upwards of 1,000% as long as you follow these quick steps and easy steps. Now, number one, when you're running an AdWords campaign, the most important thing is your keywords. You need to be able to control what you're spending your money on. At the end of the day, when it comes to Google, people search for certain keywords. If you show up and they click your website and you are not providing what they want, you are wasting money. If you run a restaurant, for example, what we're going to do today, and people are searching how to make pho and you're showing up and then they click your website and then they go, wait a minute, this guy's selling me pho. Well, you just potentially wasted $5 on that click and you didn't even get a sale, which for a restaurant is not really the greatest. So essentially, what we're going to do here is show you how to mitigate that loss and how to make it so that people only in your area see your ads. Now, if you are a restaurant that benefits off of tourism, you're probably not going to want to make it so only local people can see, but we will show you how to set that up and how to do either or if you want. Now, let's jump into this. So the first thing we got to do is you got to set up your AdWords campaign. If you haven't already done that, I have another tutorial that can show you how to do it. Just click the link below and I'll show you how to set that up. Important thing when you're setting up your AdWords campaign, make sure you use like a non-prepaid credit card. It will never work. You have to use a legitimate credit card, otherwise Google will never accept it and you will never get past that step. It is a problem that I've run into with certain clients where they give me a MasterCard. I don't realize it's prepaid. They won't tell me it's prepaid for whatever reason, out of maybe embarrassment, even though I don't judge. But it's just never going to work. You're never going to get past that stage, right? So let's get into it. So get your AdWords started, get it set up so that you have your credit card on there, and then what you want is this page. Now, if you're not seeing it like this, it might be because you have a smart campaign. You might be seeing a legacy, but right up here around the top, it should say switch to like advanced mode, or I can't remember exactly what it says because obviously I'm already set up for that. But if you're at this page, say you've already run ads, you've had a company set them up, yours might look something like this. You might have Maps campaigns, smart campaigns. Now, from my experience, these are all garbage. Anything that does not give you full control over the keywords that you're being searched, like shown for, if you can't exactly see where your clicks are coming from, you do not want it because you will waste money. You will have zero control over where those clicks are coming from and what you're spending your money on. That is not good. We don't want that. We want to know exactly where our money is going. We want to know exactly where our clicks are coming from, and we want to know where they're coming from. And the only way to do that is to do a simple search campaign. And I'm going to show you how to start. So we're going to create a campaign right here for this restaurant, and we're going to go campaign. And we want a very simple website traffic. Now, you might think, well, I want leads, I want sales, I want, all these conversions and stuff. Simply put, website traffic will lead to conversions. All of these things start somewhere. They start with your website. If they're going to your phone number, you might get a bunch of spam calls. Send people somewhere where they can see all of the information and decide how it's best for them to contact you. Give them control, give them the information, make it easy for them to make a decision. So we're going to go with website traffic. Not only is that going to lead to higher sales, a better conversion rate, and a lower cost, it's also going to help your SEO. If you're getting clicks for restaurants near me, and people are sticking around on your website because you've set up Google Sitekit and you got maybe a WordPress website, Google's going to notice that, and Google's going to go, wow, people spend more time on this website for the keyword restaurants near me than they do for their competitors running ads. Organically speaking, it'll probably be beneficial to us to rank this website higher because we know the viewer likes the website more. And at the end of the day, Google is providing a service for the viewer or, search inquirer, whatever you want to call them, the searcher. Google's only focus is giving them what they want as fast as they can get it in the easiest way. And in 2025, unfortunately, Google is making AdWords that medium. AdWords has been changed so that maybe your competitor is offering more money per click, but you have the more relevant content on your website. That is a change Google made a few months ago, so that if your competitor is willing to spend, say, $20 on a keyword for landscaping, but they don't use the word landscaping on their website anywhere, but your website's all about landscaping and you're only willing to spend 10, chances are Google might actually show your ad just because you're actually giving that person what they want. And that is sort of what Google is doing. Google is trying to make the ads way more relevant and way more important than the organic search. Sometimes you search for things organically and it gives you nothing what you want. You might be looking for a product and you want to know if there's a product near you. None of the organic search results have anything to do with the product that you searched, but yet you get all of these paid advertisements from Temu, Amazon, Walmart that have exactly what you're looking for. Well, that is what Google is doing. They are sort of ruining their organic search in order to favor ads because they want more money. They're greedy. A lot of people are greedy. Let's get over it. Let's play the game and let's make money ourselves. So we're going to set up with website traffic. We're going to start there. We're not going to mess around with anything else. As you can see, it's already adding these assets for me. That's because he's already got some campaigns started. I don't worry too much about it. As long as it's got website and phone call leads, that is all I care about. If it doesn't have phone call leads, I'm not so worried about it because when they go to my website, my phone number is going to be right there in big numbers and it's going to be easy for people to click on it. So we're going to leave this. And we'll make sure that our website is properly displayed in our ads when we get to that point. So we're going to continue. And now, so you can see website traffic, lead sales. We're going to choose website traffic because real people will go to our website. And we want to use search. All of these other things are irrelevant to what we're doing. If you were Performance Max, in my opinion, is just garbage all around. You have zero control. Performance Max is a way they do work, but you're always going to spend more. If you give Google control over your budget and your bidding, Google's obviously always going to bid more because who gets the bid? They do. Google gets all of the money spent in this. So if they can sort of give you good returns, but up their profit a little bit off of you, if you're going to make $10,000 and it's going to cost you $1,000 in AdWords, maybe Google wants $1,200 in AdWords. So they're going to add a little bit extra on the Performance Max because you don't have control. They have full control over your conversions. We don't want that. We want to be cheap. We want to save every penny. And even if it takes us a few days to optimize it, we're going to do that. We're going to spend the extra time and get the extra value because in the long run, we're going to save probably thousands. So now we're going to do search and we're going to do our website. Now in this case, I'm probably going to block this out. Okay, and we're not going to do the HTTPS, you don't need that, but in this case, I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't know if my client wants me showing their information, but this is essentially what you put in. So you just put your regular, for me, it's front page SEO website design.ca, so that's what I would put in there, and then it automatically adds whatever HTTP essentially it wants to run. I guess it goes without the SSL certificate on this one just to get the root domain. I don't know why Google does that, but no, I don't really care. Okay, so we're going to do so I'm labeling it as this so that my client knows this is the ad campaign that I set up for them and they can see a clear difference between what I did and what they already have going on. That's how confident I am that this will work. Now, bidding. Bidding is a big deal. First, most important thing is your keywords. What are you going to search for? What are you going to show up for? What are you going to pay for? Most important thing. Second most important thing is your bidding. How much are you going to pay per click? For the restaurant, maybe people are spending anywhere between $50 to $100, so I probably don't want to go more than $5 per click to start with. Now, that doesn't mean every click I get, I'm going to spend $5. That just means that's the maximum I'm willing to spend for that click. If it goes above that, I don't want it. And, sometimes people are going to beat me in the bid and my competitors are going to show up first, but if they're running search performance, max performance campaigns, they're probably going to burn through their budget early in the day, especially if I'm willing to pay a little bit more and they don't have a limit on what they're willing to pay. They're going to get bid up real fast because I'm telling Google I'm not willing to spend more than $6 and they don't have a limit. So Google's always going to spend more than $6 on their clicks, which is going to kind of ruin their campaigns, right? That's not our goal, but that's just the way it goes. Like, it's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to maximize our efficiency, and it is going to unfortunately have a negative effect on our competitors, right? I mean, not I'm sorry, it's not but it is business at the end of the day. So we're going to add a maximum cost per click. And what's going to happen is, like I said, your competitors are probably going to burn through their budget, especially if they're like those types of campaigns. And then what's going to happen is your budget is going to sort of last all day long, right? Now, the one thing you do with those Performance Max is you put in your daily bid limit, right? So you're not telling them how much you're willing to pay for a click, but you're saying, I'm not willing to spend more than $60 a day, right? So if they spend, they're spending minimum $6, that means they're getting maximum, or maybe $5. We'll say $5 because I'm at $5. So they're going to spend at least $5.01. So they're getting at maximum, what is that? 12 clicks, right? Because they have to outbid us in order to get the click. So that's not really good. Whereas if we're on $50, we're guaranteed 10, but chances are we're going to spend less than that because all of our competitors are going to get outbid, and then there's going to be no one to bid against us, and Google's going to give it to us for pennies on the dollar, 30 cents, 40 cents, right? I find that our average cost per click is usually about 30% what my maximum bid is going to be, right? So that's a bonus. So we might potentially get, if 60 clicks versus their 10, right? If we're doing $1.50, we're getting anywhere between 40, 60 clicks, and they're only getting 10, and they're going through it real quick in the early days. So that is the importance of the bidding. The bidding is important. You are actively bidding against your competitors. There are strategies. If you were at a live bid, you would have strategies that you'd be using to outbid your, you might know that this guy that you might go to an auction, and there's 5-10 different things you need, right? From this auction. He's also got 10 different things you need. If you can bid him up with his budget on the first 2 items to the point where he can't afford anything else, you might pick up 5 more items at the end, right? So there is strategy to it. Adjust your bidding to help gain new customers. Now, no, we're not going to do that. We are going to adjust the bidding manually. So if we see we're not getting clicks in a couple days, we're going to come in here and fix it, right? So we're going to enter a location. Now this is so I messed something up. I gotta change the URL of the website that I'm using. So we gotta go back, right? We'll fix it later. I'll show you how to fix it later. So we do not want Google Search Partners. You do not want Google Display Network. You don't want any of these things. We only want to be on Google. Google has 93% of the traffic. I'm willing to give up the other 7% of traffic on every other website because chances are those are most likely going to be bots anyway. We only want to be on Google. We don't want to be on CNN at the bottom in the corner where they're going to click it. It's going to be a mistake and we're going to cost money. We don't want that. We want only Google. So we're not going to add any of these other things. Enter location. So we're going to do our location. Now I'll probably have to block this out. So one thing you can do is you can get very specific. You can do advanced search, right? And you enter your location. See, for instance, I'll do Nanaimo. I'll do Vancouver because I'm in Vancouver. So if I was going to go Vancouver, I could include Vancouver. It's going to bring me there. And then what I can do is I can actually scroll out, show all areas. right? And I can start choosing, I got to do control and then scroll, and I can start clicking all of these other areas, and it tells me, oh, British Columbia. Well, I don't want all of British Columbia, so I will go back to Vancouver, right? And you see all these sub areas. The more you scroll in, you can see all these areas, right? So I could include that, right? Whatever I want, I can include all of them. That's how detailed I can get. And then my ads won't show, oh, I accidentally clicked British Columbia. My ads won't show outside of that. So I'm just going to do my clients area. Actually, I guess I'll just let you guys see it. So what you're seeing is you're seeing layers here. So there's different things that's going on. So that is a postal code, right? So it's saying you get any postal code that starts with that. That's where you're going to show up. We'll include this one. Oh, no, British Columbia. So you got to be careful with that, because Google does glitch out sometimes, because there's multiple layers in different areas. Like if you were in Victoria, say, for instance, and you did the Victoria Capital Region, well, you're going to get all of Victoria, including, Saanich and Souk and Langford, right? And but you could also get just Victoria, and they're layered, right? So you see these dark zones. That's because you got multiple different zone options in there. So we're going to include that. We're going to include this. That's British Columbia again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. There must be no other area there. It's just an in-between zone. It's not labeled. Google's not very good at knowing local areas. We're actually going to exclude this, because that's kind of actually just remove. We don't want to exclude anything, because if we expand it, we're going to go Qualcomm, right? That counts. Yeah, and that's good enough. We don't want to waste any more money on... Yeah, we want people close. It is a restaurant after all. We're going to remove that. That's Landsville. That's good. So that's our area. Save. Now, for most people, when you do your locations, the important thing is that you go to your locations options. And what you will see here is presence or interest. Right? So that doesn't mean people have to be in the area to see the ad, which is very, very bad. In most cases, excuse me. In this case, it's not bad because Parksville's kind of a tourist destination, so our client needs to be able... So when people are traveling to Nanaimo, or they're planning to travel to Nanaimo, his business increases in the summertime. So if people are pre-planning where they're going to go and they want to look at what's available in the area, he definitely wants to show up. Now, the reason why this is a problem for other people is because if you're, say, a landscaper and you're only serving people who actually live in Nanaimo, you do not want to be shown by other people who are not in the area, right? Because the reason is because people like me who work for other landscapers, we have keyword tracking tools, right? We have Ahrefs, and we're sending Ahrefs every day to see where people's positions are. And we also have programs that will actually look at the competitors' ads and tell us what the other competitors' ads, when they're showing up, what page they're going to. And our bots are inadvertently and accidentally clicking some of these ads, and you're losing money, right? So that's really not good. You don't want to be paying for bots. Chances are, especially if you're in a small town and you're not somewhere like Vancouver or New York or some big city, chances are you're not going to get sucked up by bot traffic, right? Or you might. If you're in one of those areas, there might be bots in your area. But if you're outside of those areas and you're in a small town, chances are you don't have servers and bots in that area that are able to click those ads. So you don't have to worry about it, right? So this is a measure to mitigate bot traffic, most importantly, because the difference between these two is like there's 30% more traffic for the interest in, and if people aren't in your area, you're not getting the sale from them if you're a local service area business, right? Very important. If you're a local service area business, regularly in your people in or regularly in your locations. In this instance, he needs to be able to be seen by people on cruise ships, right? We have cruise ships coming to the island, whatever it is, they need to be able to see it. We unfortunately are going to lose a little bit to bot traffic because of that. Because, for instance, like these things will search like, restaurants in Parksville, right? And he will show up, and that'll be unfortunate if it clicks it. Alrighty, and broad match keywords. So we don't use broad match keywords. We're going to be using exact match keywords. This comes in later. We're going to fix that later, so we're not going to touch this now. We've got our locations. We don't want any of these. Unclick these. These might come into play if you're doing products and stuff. But like I said, this whole video is about local businesses, particularly small businesses, service area businesses, anybody who only operates in their hometown. More settings. We're going to go over this all day. We're going to leave this all day because this business is open 24/7. So we want this open all day. If your business is not open 24/7, I would probably recommend running your ads from like say 5 to midnight, right? And the reason why I say 5 to midnight is a certain portion of your demographic and your viewers are going to be up early, and some of them are going to be up late, right? People do get up early, 5 in the morning. Maybe, you serve businesses, small businesses. Well, they're going to be looking for services early before they start work. And then some people stay up late. For me personally, I put the kids to bed. I might not get to bed till 11 or 12 because I want to have 2 or 3 hours to myself. It's normal, right? And I might decide, okay, tomorrow I'm going to call an electrician because I have a job done. Well, I might be searching at midnight or 11:30. But I mean, anywhere from 12 to 5, those are, people up late at night. Who knows why they're up so late and looking for that stuff? Probably not a reliable sale. We're not going to go there and waste money on that. Obviously, for him, open 24/7. Maybe people are drinking. Who doesn't like a hot meal after a hard night's drinking at 3 in the morning? This will be beneficial to him. And then we're going to fix this because it's a different website run off of a subdomain. Now, description. We're not going to use AI. We are going to use AI, but we're not going to use Google's AI to run our basically our assets and to figure out our content and stuff. So actually we'll generate it anyway, and then we'll fix it afterwards. Okay, so you see what it did? So I used that and it added all these keywords and did all this stuff. We're not going to use any of these keywords. It's given us some things to work off probably in here. Yeah, so it filled in all this. So you can go ahead and do the AI if you want. I'm going to change all this anyway. I'm not going to use any of these things. I'm going to do stuff all on my own. And the reason why is I'm going to choose terms that actually target people in my area so they know I'm for sure in their area and it's not a scam and they're getting what they're paying for. Add products and services to advertise. Yes. That's not really. I mean, I don't. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that because we're in full control of the keywords. We're going to have a whole list of keywords that we're adding ourselves. Now, for this, I am going to use ChatGPT, and I'm going to get, actually these are pretty good. And we're actually going to go Asian food online. That's a buzzword. People search for that. Healthy and delicious food. We might get rid of that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take, this is where we're going to start using AI for some of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to ChatGPT, right? And I've got the plus version, not the premium. It's like $200 a month. Don't really need that. I'll use the plus version, and I'm going to go into here. And if you don't have, you're not spending money on AI, that's fine. You can use the regular models. It'll be good enough. I'm going to use advanced reasoning. Give me a little bit of an edge, right? You got to pay for some tools to get things done properly. The best thing you could do, though, when you're filling these out is take your time. If this is your business, spend the extra time. Come up with something good. Maybe at night you got an hour, come up with a couple good ones that are going to resonate with your clients. You probably know better than I do what people want when they come to your restaurant, because you see what they eat. And if people are mostly coming there for one thing, that's something you should definitely be advertising. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say, I need, how many do we want now? I need 10 30 character headlines. So I need, and we're going to just say it in here. I need 10 30 character headlines for my Google AdWords for XP. That's the website. You can visit it. And what I want is people to know that we are a Vietnamese restaurant, an Asian restaurant, and we produce pho, and we are one of the best restaurants in Parksville. I want those in the headlines. I want people to know that we are local and that we provide the best Asian dining experience. We have high quality food, and it's healthy and locally sourced, and we've got gluten-free and vegan options. Let's see what it comes up with. Right, and we're not going to use all of them, and we might not switch some of them up. These are really just brainstorming ideas, right? It's okay to use AI to brainstorm. That's what it's there for. And it's a really great tool. So we need to start leveraging these advanced technological tools that we have. Alrighty, there we go. See, look, it's analyzing, it's coming. There we go. Best Asian eats in Parksville. I like it. Let's see if it's too big. Actually, we're going to keep that one. Look at that. That's nice. Okay. There we go. Gluten-free and vegan options, right? Best dining, healthy and delicious food, or Asian food online, pho delivery near you. Okay, local love. We're gonna go authentic Vietnamese pho, because these people are literally from Vietnam. They're not like, you know, you get like some of my, I've actually worked for more than one Vietnamese restaurant, and one of them they weren't even Vietnamese at all. So, you know, this is truly authentic. I know this guy's backstory. Like, they've got like quite an interesting story, escaping Vietnam after the war and stuff. So they're like 100% authentic Vietnamese food, right? Yeah, don't like that. So these ones are kind of poo-poo. These ones are no good. Taste. So we're going to replace them with some of these. I'm not going to say gourmet dine. They're kind of, this is like an express restaurant. It's like, well, as is. But it's anyway, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get some good ones. Probably I'm gonna spend a little bit more time for time's sake. I'm gonna skip past a lot of this, and you don't need to fill these all out. Actually, we're gonna do 24/7 food. 24/7 food delivery in Parksville. Oh, too much. So we'll just get rid of the N and we'll go food delivery, Parksville. And we'll go. No, we don't. I don't like that one. Anyway, so that is okay for now. This is all right. I think people will know that they're local. The most important thing is you have Parksville in there a couple times. Okay, now I want 4 90-character descriptions. I want 4 90-character descriptions oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna use the microphone, clicking things. Now I need 4 90-character descriptions that accurately express that faux Vietnamese, or let's start over. I need 4 90-character descriptions that accurately express that our restaurant has vegan and gluten-free options, that we are a healthy alternative to other fast food, as we provide express delivery and takeout meals 24/7 in Parksville, BC. I also want to mention that we are authentic Vietnamese, and mention words like Asian food and Asian restaurants. I want people to know exactly what we offer. And let's just see what they get. I don't worry too much about these descriptions and titles, as people will generally click them if, you know, the top ones anyway. And we are pretty unique in what we offer. So it's not like there's a million Vietnamese restaurants in Parksville. People either want Vietnamese food or they don't, and we are one of the only options. So we just want to show up for our keywords, right? That's the most important thing, that we are showing up. Sorry, my face might be out of screen a lot. It's because I'm speaking into my microphone here. My camera doesn't really turn down too much. I guess it's probably better just like that. Here we go. I like that. Tells people exactly what we offer in one description. And like I said, the most important thing about these ads campaigns is not so much this stuff as much as it is like showing up in the right place at the right time. That'll get you so much farther than any of this other stuff. Alrighty, images. I don't know if I have any images from... Oh, here we go. There we go. These are all great. From the website. Oh, I didn't realize I added such great images to the website. And then we'll add the logo. Bam, look at that. This name. When... Okay, we will add this logo here. We'll add this one. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's add this one then. Okay, that one works. Bam. Yeah, I just realized it's going to show multiple, so we need to make sure each one is unique. I forgot about that. Lately, I've just been revamping campaigns, not having to like do the content, so I kind of dropped the ball. And that is why you need to pay attention to your preview. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. Okay, we do need to manage our assets here. So we're going to change this to menu. And we are going to actually just get the menu link. Actually, you know what? Website looks pretty good. Alrighty. And I'm going to add it here. I'm going to add one more. Order online. And we're going to go. Actually, we'll do order takeout. We're going to add that one. Create. And we're actually going to get rid of this one and make this food delivery. And then we are going to go in here. You guys probably can't see because I'm doing it on a different browser. But I'm getting all the links. Now, I think this should work. I don't know if it will because I am using third-party links, such as DoorDash and Squarespace, but hopefully they work. There you go. Oh, it's not showing it. I don't know why. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, and yes, we're going to finish this. There is a bunch of repeat content in each one, such as 24/7 and gluten. There you go. So we're going to make it more unique, make it more of a sales pitch. We're going to point out exactly what is being repeated. It's probably that we're using the deep think thing. We should probably just have done the regular one. It would never. Some of these new things aren't so hot. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to collect our keywords. Now this is where the grind takes place. Right, and this is where you're gonna get mind numb. Now, this is where you're probably gonna have to spend some money. Now, in my opinion, it's probably more beneficial for you to hire someone, especially if they give you a good rate, such as $500 for a one-time setup. You're probably I wouldn't go to these agencies that are gonna charge you $500 a month for a fancy app. I mean, they really don't do anything. They're just gonna set it up one time and then monitor it for you, and you're paying them so that if one mistake happens, you can call them up and fix it. Someone like me, I'm gonna set it up one time, charge you one time, and if you need help in the future, I'm gonna charge you hourly. And so instead of you paying $500 a month, you might have to pay me $200 6 months from now to spend 2 hours on it. A lot cheaper in the long run, way better off doing that. And then I don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's just going to run, and it's only going to change when you need to change because we're going to do it right the first time. Now this, I spend $200 a month on this. This is a keyword tracker. There's probably cheaper ones. You might find a free one. I don't know how accurate they are. I know Ahrefs and something like SEMrush, they have the Google API and they are getting real-time data. So these are pretty accurate keyword tracking tools. Now, I'm using the Keyword Explorer on Ahrefs, so if you had an account and you were to sign in, you would just go to Keywords Explorer. Like I said, it's like $200 a month Canadian. They're expensive. They're not cheap. So just buying it to do this one time, if you were going to do multiple campaigns, it might be worth it. You're going to save, $300 than hiring me, but then you're going to spend, probably a few hours of your life setting this up. So we're going to just go with restaurant, and we're going to go to matching terms. And we're just going to sit here, and you're literally going to click every single one that is relevant to you. So we'll do vegetarian. I'm not going to do Chinese because he's not a Chinese food restaurant. He's Vietnamese, clearly. That is something that I would have to consult with him, because it would be like, people search for it. They might not know the difference. They might be stupid. So it's really, really... Oh, there you go. Vietnamese is the big one. It's really, really between you and the client or whatever. But that's usually not an issue for most of the people I work for, as they're they have a very, very specific niche that they're targeting. So as you can see, a lot of these are like nothing to do with what wow, look at these. So, and you're going to spend the time going through these. Unfortunately, this is the only way to do it, is to search through them. And it's going to take some time, so I'll probably edit out a lot of this, but you get the idea. We're just going to go through it. And when we're done going through this, I'll show you what the next step is. Right? So, because right now we're on matching terms. So we go through all the matching terms, choose the ones that are relevant to us. Then we're going to come back to related terms and start over. And then we're going to go to search suggestions and start over. And it's okay if you grab the same linked keyword twice, because when you go to put it in Google, Google is going to straight up just delete it. Like, it's not going to add it twice. So you don't have to worry about that. And we're also going to run this through AI when we're done. So there is that. And I'll probably speed this up. All right, so I'm going to cut this off, take a bathroom break, and when I'm done this section, I'm going to turn it back on and we'll go to related keywords, just to remind you guys. Okay, so I didn't find very many. I only found about 11 on the other one, but it's probably because we're using the restaurant keyword, restaurant, which I'm getting polluted with a lot of stuff like local and branded stuff. So I've moved on to related terms, and what I'm going to do, because this is like so all-encompassing and is not really giving us what we want, we're going to end up changing the keyword. So restaurant's too broad. We're going to get out of there. There's nothing related. So we'll do search suggestions. So these are the ones that are really going to be the best, because it's going to tell you it's going to suggest what people are searching for. And as you can see, there's still lots of stuff here that is not really relevant. So we're going to have to get more specific. There's really no getting around it. These are weird search suggestions, as you can see. So we're going to get away from there. So we're just going to go restaurants. Let's see if that makes much of a difference. Here we go. Restaurants near me. Restaurants open now. Best restaurants near me. And then these are all locally. Good restaurants near me. There you go. There's another one. So vegan restaurants near me. Restaurants near me open. Restaurants within 400 meters. We're not going to do restaurants. Then I'm restaurants open near me. All right. So those are the ones we're looking for. This is way better. Move on to number 2, second page. Not a breakfast restaurant. I don't know if they're open Christmas Day. Pardon me. I mean, I guess we could try fast food restaurants. We'd always come down and take that one later. We'll do downtown because he's, people might search that in his area. Restaurants open now. Restaurants nearby. He is always hiring, so we'll put that. That might actually help. Restaurants Parksville. Like, not dog friendly. I don't know a restaurant that is. Restaurants around me. There's a good one. Right, all things that are relevant restaurants open, all things that are relevant to like something that, common sense would dictate people would use to find you, right? So that is what we're searching. Nice restaurants near me, fancy restaurants near me. Let's give it a shot. Restaurants that deliver near me. There's another good one. Once the search volume gets like, here's the search volume here, this number. Once this gets too low, definitely open late, then we will stop collecting these. And you're just gonna keep doing this. And lunch, he definitely serves lunch. There we go. See, lunch restaurants near me. So these are the sorts of great, and these are things that people are searching. Like, these aren't just random guesses. Like, these are actual things that they're searching for, right? I mean, restaurant jobs. I mean, people pay a lot of money to find new employees, so I don't think he'd mind spending like $3 versus like $50 on what are they called? That ZipRecruiter. Those things charge a lot. So what restaurants are near me? Wow, these are interesting search queries that I'm getting here. What restaurants deliver near me? And these volumes are getting pretty low now, so maybe do 1 or 2 more pages. Restaurant 24 hours, restaurants 24/7. This is kind of where you could get your edge of these low volume keywords, because if no one else is targeting them. Very, very boring, mind-numbing stuff. These might be spelling errors that they're picking up, that people are accidentally putting in often, which we still want. So what we're going to do is now, once I've collected them, I can copy to my clipboard. I got 40 there. That's a pretty good haul. And these are the ones I got from the previous one, right? And we're just going to go ahead and add that. And then we're going to go matching key terms. And we've probably already gotten all these ones, but we're going to get them again just in case we didn't. But they have spelling errors in here. And those are like kind of cool that multiple people make the same spelling error. I find it very fascinating. Takes time. And that is why you're probably better off hiring somebody to do this for you, because as a business owner, you're probably pretty busy. Okay, so now that we've done that one, we are going to move on to, do we do related terms? Let's check to see if we do related terms. I'll know right away. Dinner near me. Yeah, well, actually, I don't think I did these. Good food near me. So we'll do that. So then we changed to restaurants, obviously. And we've done matching terms. Search suggestions, we're going to do related terms. And then I'm not going to do best food. And then I will get back to you on what it looks like when we do more specific terms. So one thing that you'll notice here too is, like, people will make spelling mistakes when they're searching, and sort of having exact keywords kind of takes away your ability to like get those misspelled keywords. But as you can see here, people make these mistakes so often, they're registering here, so we can actually click. So now we know what spelling mistakes people are most likely to make when they're searching for restaurants, because these are the ones that happen, 100 times a month, right? If you look over here, it's happening like 100 times a month on here. So we don't really need to go after those low volume spelling mistakes. Like, if someone's going to make one spelling, like, it's only going to happen one time, we don't really want to worry too much about it. But this keyword tracker has like the most popular ones, so we don't have to worry too much about losing too much volume based on spelling mistakes. Restaurants, see, look at that, restaurant. Like, look at these all. 5-star restaurants. That's actually correct, that one. Testaurants, though. See, and so here's an issue that you would come up with if you didn't have your location set. So if you didn't set your locations to only the area that your restaurant exists, some people will go into Google just to know how to spell restaurant correctly. Clearly, a lot of these people don't, but they'll just type it in and then Google will correct it. You will literally be getting all that traffic potentially by accident if you were running ads that were for areas outside of Nanaimo. Now, hopefully people don't click the ads when they search that for this one in general, but it's something to look out for. people might accidentally click it. So that's not good. Food open near me. See, like, people have so many different ways they look for restaurants near them, and that is what we want. Nearby restaurants. Look at all this. This is like exactly what we need. And these are low volumes, but I mean, you get 100 of these. That's 200. 2,000 searches. So we've got 200 just from this one. And we haven't even gone on to Asian food restaurants yet. And that's it. Like, it won't give me any more. Okay. Copy. So now we've got a pretty big list. So we've already got 92. We add that. We've got 316. So now we're going to go Asian restaurants. And we're going to go to matching terms. We'll start there. Asian restaurants near me. Asian restaurants. So we're probably going to have quite a few keywords to add here. We're probably going to have over 1,000, maybe even 2,000 when you add your locations. Oh, this list died off quickly. They're already in the tens. This is not the case for a restaurant, obviously. I was actually kind of insane how deep that one went. All right, okay, so that's it. We're going to copy those. Go over here. Okay, so now we're on to related. And these are probably, it's just not really. All right, well, that's it for that one. Only 4. It's not very good. Only got 4. Hopefully we'll get some more. People, I guess, don't really search for that too often. Vietnamese food restaurant, Vietnamese food, Vietnamese kung fu restaurant. There we go. This is what we want. Full restaurant near me. Vietnamese. This is what we're looking for. Viet food. No, that's branded because this is very understimulating and sort of like acidic on the brain, as they would say. And so we've got those. Where were we? Related terms. Let's go to search suggestions. This will probably get pretty good for these ones. So this is a perfect example of why you want to choose your keywords, because you could get Vietnamese food recipes and you really don't want to be wasting money on clicks for that. So we're going to not choose things like that. Vietnamese. I don't know if that's like a traditional way of spelling it or what's up with that, but all right. Now we're going to do takeout because that's a big one. So we'll take out food near me, takeout restaurants, open near me, just takeout food near me, healthiest takeout food, takeout places near me, best takeout food, healthy takeout restaurants, fast food takeout. No. I'm not going to do takeout. That's too broad. We'll do takeout food. Takeout food deals near me, restaurant takeout. Okay, and so we're going to do the takeout, which is a relevant sub keyword of what this guy does. And then when we get to food delivery, I'll key you back in and you sort of get the idea. All right, so I'm back. I've got my list. I've collected 718 keywords. So that obviously took me quite a few hours to do because I have to, I'm looking at all these and most of these are irrelevant, right? So what we're going to do is now take this and edit this list. So we're going to take this list, copy it, and this is where ChatGPT comes in. Actually, we're not going to copy it. We're going to save it. We don't really need to worry too much about keywords that people probably aren't going to search, because if they don't search it, we don't pay for it. And if they do search it, then that's okay too, because then we'll show up. And these are all keywords that are relevant to us, right? So now I'm going to say, please remove any duplicate keywords from this list and make it easy to copy to my clipboard, or give it to me in a TXT file. Now, the reason why I asked for a TXT file is because TXT file is going to give it to me in my notepad, and I like to use the notepad, as every computer has this. If you're working on PC, if you're working on Mac, you're on your own. It sucks to suck. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like using Mac for these types of tasks. Obviously, I have an iPhone, and it's great for iPhone, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't do it. I just use Mac for phones. Great phones. So now I've got my list. I'm going to download it. And then, oh, I didn't get a chance to open it. Okay, let's see where it is. Unique, open. And we're just going to see how many keywords we were left with. We had 700 and something. Let's see, we're going to see. So I have 615. So as you can see here, it says line 615. Each keyword is a line, right? Okay, so now we're going to take that same list. Actually, we're not going to do anything else. We're going to take that same list. We're going to upload it. Okay, so we're going to use this one. We're going to open it. And then we're going to say, now this is, I know a lot of people are going to think this is goofy to do, but this actually works like a charm. So what we're going to do, I don't know why I keep putting my T over there. We're going to ask ChatGPT. So we upload our list, and we're going to say, ChatGPT, I need you to add Parksville after every single keyword in this list. And it's probably going to say things like, hey, River, give me that. That's not for you to play with. My puppy dog taking things. So what it's going to do now is it's going to take the list and it's going to add Parksville after every keyword. Now, for most of these keywords, that's not going to help. Like, people aren't going to search where to find good food near me, Parksville. They might, and if they do, we'll show up. But most people aren't going to do it. But we're going to add it anyway, even if we don't think people are going to show up, because it's not going to harm anything. And in the 1 in a million time they do that, right? So we should have like 1,224 or something in this. Oh no, so I just took the original list. So then we're going to take this and we're going to add it to our other list. If it lets me copy it, if my computer doesn't glitch out. When you're using this many words, it sort of freezes a little bit. It doesn't help that my kid recently cooked my computer. By accident, of course. So we just gotta, okay, that didn't let me do it. Puppy dog? I got a silly dog. He likes to chew things that aren't meant to be chewed. Okay, so let's try and copy this again. Shift. Oh, I gotta open it. File. Open. And then I'm just gonna add it to the list. And then I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to add Parksville before each keyword. River, it's enough. Destroy my sign. That's not okay. And then, so now we're going to get it to add it to each keyword after, or before, sorry, which we've already done. Okay. This dog, my goodness. So we've got that added. So as you can see, we got 1,230. So that's double, right? So we've doubled it. Now we're going to triple it. We're going to add 615 more keywords is what we're going to do. So we're going to say, now add Parksville before each keyword from the before each keyword. And we're just going to upload our list so it doesn't add it to the other one, so it's not like best Parksville best food near me now, Parksville, right? Like, we don't want that. So we're going to we are going to do that. We're going to upload that list, open, wait for it to load, and then we're going to send that. All right, it's done loading. Alright, let's see what we got. So we're going to take this. Alright, so we've got 1,845 keywords. So we're going to take these. We're going to get rid of that one, actually. Copy. So we've got all of our keywords. Now we're going to take them and we're going to add them into our campaign, right? This is our keyword list. We're going to add it in here. We're going to paste it. And then what we want to do is we were working on these. So I have to scroll back up to where ChatGPT was working on those. Here we go. These are great. So we're going to use these ones. I like these ones, actually. So we forgot to change all of these. So my computer's glitching out because of all the information that I've just added. Like it's freezing while it copies that. So right now that I've got my, look, I went from my ad strength was way down here, and now look at it, it's good. It says, ooh, that's good. I like it. Delivery, we'll get, excuse me, that's also not yours. Oh. Leave it. That's not yours. Yeah, you're naughty dog. There we go. These are all great. I like those. Okay. So now we've got our keyword list added. We've got 18. That took many hours, right? So after watching this, you might not want to do it yourself. I know I've seen a couple of how-to videos and I go, holy crap, that's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. Okay, so then we go next. And it's average daily budget, weekly cost. So we got to turn that down. I think they wanted maximum 2,000. So we're going to set a custom budget, right? And so we're going to I'm not going to waste my time. I'm just going to pull up my calculator. All right, 2,000 divided by 30 equals 66. So we're just going to go, we'll just do 75. Good rounded up number. And we'll see what happens with this campaign. I have high hopes for it. I mean, I've yet to have a campaign that hasn't run absolutely successful all the way. So we are going to figure this out. Checking for errors. Now this takes some time and it's going to do its thing. Computing. See, and then this, I hate this. Google does this all the time. It says that there are things that alter the mental state or purpose of, like, it's basically saying that I somehow put drugs in there. I did not, right? Like, I don't know why Google's doing this. Google is a terrible service. It is actually about time that someone takes over Google's monopoly for the search world, because it is just bad. They don't have, sorry, my nose is broken. It gets uncomfortable. They don't have a good service. They don't have any customer service support. There's like zero anything. You have to figure it all out on yourself. Confirm. Oh yeah, it does this. So it's going to now double check to make sure that I'm not doing anything that's not allowed. We're going to send the verification code, and there's my dog chewing another thing that's not his. 8, 6. That's not yours. Oh, you don't want me to destroy things. Oh. Checking for errors. So I verified it. It's checking for errors. And this may take some time. It's got a lot of keywords to go over. And then once we're done that, we will, once this is done loading, I'll show you what to do next to ensure, because right now if we were to leave it, we would still get all those pesky keywords that we really don't want. And so we got to work on getting rid of those keywords. So essentially, if we leave this right now, it's going to upload those keywords as phrase match keywords. We do not want that. We want the keywords to be exact match keywords, right? So we can't just leave it like this, but what we'll do is we'll wait for this to finish doing its thing, and then I'll come back and finish this video. Okay, so here we go. And this is the best example of why Google needs to be dismantled and should be regulated by the government. Recreational drugs, food service delivery near me. Absolutely is not recreational drugs. Request an exemption. I don't know why Google does that. It seems absolutely ridiculous to me that Google does stuff like that. Like, clearly their AI is terrible. Like, I just don't understand that at all. Okay, so we're going to publish this campaign, and then I'm going to show you guys how to make it so it's exact match keywords. We do not want phrase match or, broad match. We don't want that. We didn't go through all this time to write down 1,800 keywords. I don't know why it's making me do this. So I don't want to do this right now. I'll do this later. I don't know why it forces you to try only to say I'll do this later. Like, you don't really need to do that. I don't understand why it makes you do that. Like it's really not important. You'll know if people are calling you or not. You'll know if you make more money or not. Like, it's really not irrelevant. I wouldn't worry about trying to track numbers and stuff. I would just, am I making more money or am I making less money? Is it working or isn't working? Like, use common sense. You don't need to rack your head around all this stuff. And so now what we'll do is we go to our keywords. Right now that it's done, it's going to bring us back to the main menu, and you go to your keywords. Make sure you have your campaign and ad group one, because we only did one ad group, and you're going to select the box and you're going to select all 1,843 keywords. Then we're going to go edit, change match types, change all match types, and we're going to go exact match. And that is how you ensure you are not going to get all of these how to make pho, how to start a restaurant keywords that are really not helpful to what you're doing. And then it'll update. So then this will run in the background, and then you're pretty well set up. right? Like, you don't have to worry about it now. It's pretty well good to go, and you're laughing. And then what I'll do is show you how to ensure that all your settings are the way you wanted them when you first set up the campaign once this is done loading. And I will open that back up when it is done. Okay, so now, as you can see, it's done. And just for reference, that took probably about 5 to 10 minutes, so it's not a super quick thing. If it takes some time, just leave it. Don't get crazy or worried or anything like that. So it's telling me there's an error. So to ensure that we only have exact matched keywords, what we're going to do is we're going to close that. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to go match types. So there we go. We still got one broad match type. So we're just going to go ahead, and we're going to deselect all of these, right? And we are going to select this one, and we're just going to remove it because it didn't let us turn it into an exact match keyword. So we don't want it. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Don't have time for that. It's a charity. Someone from a charity is calling me to do a website, and I just don't have time for it right now, unfortunately. Things have gotten expensive in Canada. So I just don't have the time to do charity work, unfortunately. I've done one already this year, and it's just really unfortunate that I can't afford to help people because my taxes have gone up so high. I literally have to work to pay taxes. You know, the first 6 months of the year every year is to pay taxes. So anyway. All right, so we got rid of that one, and now we're pretty well done. Now, the one thing we want to do is when we get to a campaign, let's just click this campaign. So say we want to edit it. So we've got it all set up, right? We've got our keywords chosen, right? Our area is good. We like what we've got set up here. And what we're going to do here is we are going to check to make sure. Now, 90%, that's pretty good. Obviously, the other 10% optimization are the things that Google wants me to do to help them make more money. Well, I'm not working for Google. I'm working for this client, so that's not going to happen. So we're going to go to campaign settings, and we are going to make sure everything is correct. So we've got bidding. These are the three most important things. Marketing objective, website traffic, locations, right? Now, for you guys, most of you, because you're going to be service area, small business, local businesses, you're going to make sure you click presence, people in or regularly in your include areas. You're not going to include these. All right. And where you have a vulnerability with this is for, you know how we added Parksville before after a keyword and Parksville before every keyword? Well, if someone outside of Parksville searches restaurants in Parksville, they're going to see that ad and they could potentially click it and cost you money. And if they're outside of Parksville, they're probably not going to use you. In this instance, with the tourism and everything, we're going to keep it, right? Because people coming to, you know, they could be on a flight on the way here, on the ferry, whatever, right? So we're going to keep it for this particular instance, but normally I would have it clicked here. Anyway, save that. We've got our bid, you know, maximize, click bids, 5 at the top. Now, if you notice that you're not getting clicks with the keywords you chose, the first step is to up this, right? So that's why I'm showing you how to edit it, because you're gonna probably need to make some adjustments as you go. This is not a once-off thing. This is like a once-off, majority of the work's done, and then with minor tweaks in here as you go along to make sure it's working to your benefit. So if you're not getting clicks, try upping the bid. If that doesn't work, try choosing more keywords. Get more into your niches. You know, if you're a contractor, start choosing in like fence building or, you know, kitchen renovations, bathroom renovations. Get more specific with the services that you are offering, right? Expand your keyword and make it exact match. Choose ones that you know are actually going to get you a sale. So that's your goal. So we're going to save that. We'll up this in a few days if we don't get clicks. And then that is pretty much it. That is, oh, and then Google search. So make sure these are unchecked. You do not want to use any of those. That is the third most important part to this. And you're going to save this and you're good. And you've just done an AdWords campaign and you're probably going to start making money. So congratulations. And that is all. If you have any questions or comments, you can contact me through my website that will be in the link below. Anyway, have a good day, guys. I hope this helps you improve your business and you guys start making money and living like kings, because that's what it's all about.